welcome to Talk That Talk.
Yeah. So it's Beyonce. Yeah. So it's Beyonce.
All right, let's start this Black History off right.
Let's do it.
Okay, we starting that off right.
Yeah.
Let's get it. I am your host, Tamara Simone. Welcome to Talk That Talk. I got my girl Brittany in the building, also known as Bree, of course.
What's the deal?
What's the deal? And then I got my boy Reggie.
What up, what up, what up?
All right, Reggie. Yeah, I'm so excited you guys are here. And I have my guest. I'm not going to say amazing because literally on every episode I say amazing, but someone that I really love and admire, and he's so amazing. He is an actor. He's been in theater, and he's also a Fresno State Bulldog. So I had to have him on the show.
Come on.
Right? Come on. Hurry up.
It was a matter of time.
Right? But I got my boy Myles.
What's cracking?
Hey Myles, how are you doing?
I'm blessed, man.
Yeah.
So blessed.
I'm so excited to see you, Myles, because I haven't seen you probably since you graduated.
It feels like a long time. Every time I see you, it feels like deja vu. Like, did it happen? I don't really know if it did.
Shut up.
But I trust that. Yeah, it probably did happen.
It did. But
yeah,
it's really been it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Man.
But I'm happy you're here, and we have so much to talk about.
Oh yeah.
So you're originally from LA,
Yes,
born and raised, right?
South Central.
South Central.
Oh, yes.
And you have a loving mother. You got a lot. How many siblings you got again?
I have 5 younger siblings. Not all in one house. Not all in one house.
I was like,
But between, I have 2 that's on my father and 3 that's on my mother.
Okay.
I don't know. That's a weird
Dope. So
phraseology.
when you went to Fresno State,
Yeah.
you didn't originally start off in theater. Wait, what was your major?
No, I
You didn't start off in
like
theater.
a liberal arts major. I was actually going to go into mass communications and journalism.
That's
You
me.
feel
That's
You
me.
feel
We would have had class together.
We would have had class together, but I decided not to do that. I mean, actually, I went to Fresno State looking to play football. I mean, every black boy, for the most part, 85% of us want to be an athlete
Hey.
at some
Absolutely right.
point in
Because
our
we're
life.
good at it. That's
good.
why.
It looks good. That money
looks
comes
good.
quick. Give me that cheddar.
Yeah.
Nah, man. So I went there. I injured myself after a trial. I don't know. Anyway, it wasn't meant to be. Your boy wasn't meant to be running on no field or no court. I'll tell you that. And then I just happened to stumble into acting.
Yeah.
And after that, it was kind of just like.
And you said you changed your major at the end of the year?
Dude, not at the end of the year. I changed my major at the end of my 2nd year of college.
Stop it. Your sophomore
Yes.
year.
Yes.
So why did you change your major?
Well, it turned out that I was good at acting.
Okay.
And then
Clearly.
Then I was like, well, I might as well make it my career.
Right.
I was like, at that point, I knew I kind of wanted to do journalism, but it wasn't a fully fleshed out idea.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, here's the thing. You're good at it. You enjoy it. And if you are good enough, you could make money.
So what really turned you on to acting? You go to school, you want to be, a journalist / football player.
Yeah.
And then what was that moment where you're like, I need to be an actor. I want to be an actor or be in theater. Like,
I think it's once people would see me in plays. Tam, you know how it was.
Yes.
When we were at Fresno State,
Yeah.
people would have to go see the plays for class. Half the time, people didn't want to be there. But it turned out that the people that didn't want to be there, they tended to enjoy what I was doing.
True.
And I would always get people coming at me and be like, hey, man, I saw you in it. You was funny, bruh. Or, hey, man, you was... I was like, hey, man, I'm good.
you're like,
Maybe I
I'm
got
fly.
Something's happening, man.
Maybe I am good.
And so, and then one of the teachers kind of coaxed me into taking an acting class.
What teacher was that? Was that Ellis?
You want to know? It was not Thomas Ellis.
Oh, we can talk about him after
Well, we can
this.
talk
but
about Thomas
keep
Ellis.
on.
Honorable mention to Thomas Ellis. It was actually Brad Myers.
Okay.
And he got me to take a class, and then from there I changed my major, and it was it. Actually, I won a collegiate acting competition.
Yeah, tell me about that, because I was like, wait, collegiate? Why don't I remember that?
Right. Well,
I'm sorry.
That's because it was in the corner of the world.
Oh,
Shut up.
In Fresno.
In Fresno.
With lots of big things.
Where where everybody stays tuned to what happens. We know this.
Yes.
Nah, man. So it's this acting competition called the Irene Ryans.
Okay.
ACTF, and basically, So like every school is in a region, right? So it's like, let's say it's broken down, the country's broken down to 8 regions, right? Well, Fresno State is in region 8.
Okay.
Well, basically what it is if you do a play in college, you get nominated to go to ACTF. And it's like if you're a star,
like Myles.
But if you are one of the main characters, that's what I meant to say. If you are one of the main characters in it, then you're most likely going to be nominated, in which, when you go there, there's going to be 300 other people that were nominated, and you guys all create like a package, that acting package. So that would include 2 acting scenes and 1 monologue. And there's 3 rounds. The first round, you do 1 scene. If you make it to the second round, you do both scenes. If you make it to the last round, you do both scenes and add the monologue within a 6-minute time frame.
Stop it.
So my first year there, it was like 300 contestants. I got down to the finals. I won the alternate.
You won between 300 people?
Yes, I did. So
Holy.
So look, this is what they do. So if you win the region, then you go to the national, which is in Washington D.C. So what they do is they choose 2 people to win the region.
Okay.
And they choose 1 alternate. So my first year of acting, I won regional alternate.
Okay.
My second year, the next year I won the whole thing.
Hey.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Excellence right there.
And then I went to the nationals. And that was great. I didn't win the whole national
But
joint,
you went.
But I went.
Okay.
You didn't feel me? So I feel all right.
What monologue got you there?
So I did a monologue from Fences.
Ooh.
From Fences. August Wilson's Fences. Actually, it's the movie that Denzel Washington reprised, made into a movie.
Can we get a sample, Myles?
No.
You heard that note. I like that
was
note.
strong.
Oh, and did you hear the tenor of my
Yes.
voice change a little bit?
Hey, wait, I didn't know if you were acting or not.
Exactly. Hey, Tamara, let me tell you something. If I had a nickel for that, people that would be talking to me like, "Are you acting right now?"
No, because seriously, no, on
dog.
some real.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, actors be acting.
Right.
And like,
But-
do you be acting in relationships?
Ooh.
We got
Yeah, I took it there. I took it there for the ladies.
Listen. I'm not gonna say I act in no relationship, but listen, everybody does this. Everybody kind of switches their behavior around depending on who they're with. That just happens. It happens.
Agreed.
And most people are natural born fools. I know I was a natural born fool. I've been a fool my whole life. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just walking around, switching accents for no reason, just speaking in the British accent, even when I didn't know what I was doing.
Guilty.
For no reason.
Guilty.
Come on now. We all
My
do
New
that.
York accent is strong.
Come on. Come on. We are, and you know, when it comes down to it, we are all the star of our own movie. Come
Okay.
on,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, listen, I just happen to have the title of actor, but we all be acting.
Right.
We all
You know
be
what?
acting. Come on.
That's facts.
Come on.
That's
You
facts.
cause listen, I guarantee you,
No, but hey.
Okay. Well, let's say it like this. Okay, 3 of y'all in this room. Y'all have never done nothing out of character, out of your normal way of
You
behavior.
cannot say never
for
with that, though.
somebody.
I plead the 5th.
Oh.
Hey, I plead the 5th too. I plead the
I'm gonna
5th.
take a third on that one.
Right? Hey, we're gonna be silent over here in
Okay,
this
that's
corner.
quite Chappellian of you. Yeah. You feel me?
Wait,
Yeah.
so after you won the competition, what happens after that?
After that, so I actually got like some scholarships to go to other acting programs.
So y'all, acting's like really, really real. Like,
really real.
You get scholarships for this
I
shit.
mean, listen. Being a former athlete, wanting to be an athlete,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the closest thing I could get to being athletic. That's
Wow.
not actually being athletic, and especially
Yeah.
the stage. The stage is really athletic. Listen,
It
you
is.
go to a play, you see spit, you see sweat, somebody might fall, you might see blood. I mean, we're talking about you.
You'll see it
You
all.
get all.
You may see a titty.
You gon' know. You gon' see a titty. You gon' see a titty. Hold on. Let me tell you something.
Jackson moment.
Why?
I've seen plenty of titty in that day.
Oh
on
my
stage.
God.
Accidental
A
titty.
stage titty. No, it's purposeful titty.
Okay,
Oh,
purposeful.
It's on purpose titty on stage.
That's
You're
intentional titty.
but that's
Titty being titty.
oh
That's
man.
intentional titty.
Oh, so but look, second play I ever did in my life.
Yeah.
Second play I ever did in my life at Fresno State. I was on stage for the last about 10, 15 minutes of the play.
Mm-hmm.
with only work boots and a mocha mug.
What?
And I had to.
Did you derobe during the play?
Something of that sort.
I am Myles.
Okay, so this
And
is.
I.
It wasn't quite that. But what it was is that I played an exhibitionist.
Okay.
Who was also an FBI agent. So this is what happened.
Okay.
No, exhibitionist. Exhibitionist. That's what they call it. They call it exhibition.
Oh, there we go. We exhibition.
I was an exhibitionist.
Expedition.
Come on now. Come on now.
You know what we going. We got it.
So listen, basically, like, I'm trying to solve this crime, and I get caught by the bad guys. But then, like, so I'm an exhibitionist, so that means that I really, like, I'm naked under my garb, which my garb at the time was a trench coat. So I walked around, I was wearing this trench coat, doing my detective stuff. And then I got caught by the bad guys. They didn't fully get me. They tried to grab me, and I got away, but they took my coat off while I was running away. So then I run. So when I come back, I'm coming to defuse a bomb. Don't ask me about the play. Don't ask me about
That's a lot.
the storyline. Okay,
It's
don't ask me about.
different
Just
ways.
know that I'm not making this up.
He did not write that.
Hey, you cannot make this mess up. And so then I have to come back on stage for the last scene, which is this big diffusing of the bomb, and I'm the only person that can do it. But I found this mocha mug, you know what I'm saying, this cappuccino mug, and I placed my genitalia within that. And I was on stage for about the last 10, 12, 15 minutes in work boots and a cappuccino mug.
Can I ask you, what was that play called?
It was called Trench Coat in Common.
Well, that explains a lot.
Actually, you could ask one of your fans about it. They saw me in.
Really?
Yes.
I seen you in a play, but I don't know which one it was. I seen you actually in a few plays.
Yeah.
Back at Fresno State. You know, I supported you.
Yeah.
And you were excellent. He's actually really, really good.
Just started all in Fresno, like it's blowing my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All in Fresno, the drunkest city.
You're
Fresno.
from LA, where Hollywood is like right there.
And I started.
You went to
acting.
Fresno. It was like, oh, I want to start acting now. Like, and then came back. Like, that's amazing.
Not even that. I went from Fresno straight to North Carolina.
Yeah. You went to grad school, right?
I went to grad school.
Okay, so tell me about that experience. How did you even, how does that even happen?
So I went to grad school for acting. I got my master's.
And you got a scholarship for that.
Arts. I got a full scholarship to go there.
Shout out to that.
Right?
Yeah. To University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill.
Chapel
Tar Heel,
Hill.
you feel me? Michael Jordan, my MJ.
Okay, you got it.
So it actually kind of was sparked by the acting competition. I had got a scholarship to go to this other intensive camp that I was going to be at for 4 weeks, and that really showed me parts of myself that I had never seen before. It showed me parts of myself that I was capable of, that I was unaware of, and it just kind of sparked this interest in myself. For myself. So then I just wanted to know how far I could go, how much, what made me good. I knew I was good. People would tell me I was good, but I didn't know why. So I went to school to do it. So
So how's that process like? When
you audition.
What?
You audition for grad school.
You audition for the grad school. They give you lines and stuff. And
so this is what it is. I went to this cattle call audition, which basically means that where I went to Chicago, and they have this joint called the URTAs, the URTA, the URTAs, and you go there, and there's about 30 or so graduate programs, right?
Wow.
And you go into a room about 50 people, which are the representatives of those programs. You do 2 monologues within a 2-minute time, and then they call you back. And then the people that call you back, the programs that call you back, you meet with them, and then from there on, you kind of decide if that, decide if you're going to go there or go here or whatever.
That's really dope.
Yeah,
and
it's
so how
great.
long were you at Chapel Hill?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah,
And then you graduated with your master's.
Graduated my master's.
Moved out to LA.
Moved out to LA.
Got yourself a manager. How was that process like? Because I know in LA it's hard.
tough.
It's
is.
very tough,
Everybody's
especially in the entertainment business when you're trying to be an actor, rapper, whatever you're trying to be. It is hard, even to find a manager and someone that
A
supports
legit
you,
manager.
That you can
trusts
trust.
you.
A legit one.
Because there's a lot of people that say, "Oh, I can manage," but they manage themselves and try to
manage their DMs.
Right, manage their DMs.
They managed to
So
take
how
them
did
on.
you find your manager, and how was that process like transitioning from
Well,
grad
it was
to
a lot. I mean, it wasn't too much. I mean, I was fortunate enough to be provided certain opportunities because I went to graduate school.
Yeah.
So when I graduated, we do this thing called a showcase where you perform at New York and Los Angeles. We had a showcase in New York City and Los Angeles where you perform some scenes and everything. You put together a show with your class. You perform that show that you created in front of managers, agents, casting directors, other actors, blah, blah, blah. So I did that in New York. I did that in LA. The right person in LA saw me. He said that you need to be seen, so he shopped me to about 10 different managers and agents.
Wow.
And then I met with them, and so basically I have agent and manager, and they both signed me without seeing me act before.
See?
That's amazing.
That's crazy. You worked for this.
And right, and it just takes that one person to just discover you and be like, you're a star.
For real.
And then doors start opening left and
For
right.
real.
So that's really dope.
Yeah, man.
That's really dope. I'm excited for you.
amazing. Yeah,
And so
congratulations.
with those managers, you got into CBS, right? And
Okay.
doing
Yes.
SWAT and Criminal
I did SWAT, I did
Minds.
Criminal Minds.
Nice.
I shot.
Tell me about that. How is that process like? Did you have to audition for that, for your part?
Absolutely. So yeah, the manager, agent, they'll tell you, hey man, I got this audition for you, blah 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 blah. I'll send you the materials. You're like, okay. So then I look at it, I read the script, I read the size, the lines, and I do my work, whatever that is for me.
Yeah.
I go to audition, I do it. Like for SWAT, that was my first ever television job and everything, and I got it within my first 2 months of being signed, which is pretty like fast. I mean, it's pretty fast.
Yeah.
And it was a guest star role, which is pretty big because usually people go like, it's like a tier. You go co-star, guest star, and if you're fortunate, series regular. But you know what I'm saying, blah blah blah. But I skipped a step. I went straight to guest star for SWAT. I was in there. Of course, I wielded a gun. Nonetheless, though, I did it as classy as I possibly could.
Yeah.
No, but I did that. Then 2 months later, I got Criminal Minds on CBS, and I got to play a crazy person.
You did.
He was emotionally distraught. I like to say the most emotionally distraught. I'm not gonna call him crazy.
Okay.
That's dismissive.
Okay.
That's dismissive of the struggle.
Man, so how's that process like remembering like all your lines because you have a script,
Yes.
like it's like a freaking book that you got to memorize. How do you even how does that even start? Because like I can memorize a page, like I did pageants and stuff. I can memorize a page.
Little commercial you get.
A little commercial. You know what I'm saying? But you got to remember a whole book. So how's that process like? And then like what like how do you train for that?
Man,
like, is there a
it's the type of thing where it's just repetition.
Okay.
I mean, certain people, and it's hard for certain people. I have friends that have been acting for years, older than me, blah blah blah. And they have a hard time. They gotta write all the lines down. I mean, there's been times where I will write. I have notepads filled with lines that I've written out. And so it's just basically me just going over and over and over, understanding the circumstance, understanding the situation, understand the relationship. You got to understand all these things, and then after that, you can start adding little characteristics. If this person has a twitch, if this person has a limp, if this person, blinks funny, if this person stutters, or whatever it is, then you start getting nuanced after you have the base work. The groundwork is who am I, where am I, what do I need, what do I want.
That down first.
Yeah.
So you have to embody the character and devote yourself to that character.
Oh, real talk. Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, Criminal Minds, I told you I played an emotionally distraught person.
Right.
A crazy ass. In other words, a crazy ass.
Okay, but that's dismissive.
Right.
We taking mental health more serious now. But,
Shout out to mental
Hey, real
health.
Yes, mental health is real.
Mental health awareness.
but there was a scene in there. There were many scenes in there where I had to do things that I wouldn't normally do, whether it be like stab a woman or like come to like set something on fire, hold a dude at gunpoint, or all types of things. There was a scene that I'm coming to exact revenge on the person that I feel like is responsible for killing my mother, and it's a very highly emotional scene. So for me, before the take, in between camera setups and all that stuff, I kind of like secluded myself away from people. I wasn't really trying to talk to people. I was just kind of like keep myself in that energy. I didn't really want anybody to be kind of like taken away from that, like distracting me, making me laugh or some shit, because it's not a laughing matter.
No, it's not.
So I tend to like do what's necessary for the part. Some parts that's not necessary for it, but some it is. It is.
That
So
emotion
Man.
involved, like definitely for sure.
absolutely. I want it to be real.
Yeah.
I don't want to be lying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Does it affect you afterward when you're done with the role, close the script, scene is done, and then
Yeah.
you hang up that character? Does it follow you?
You know, it used to. And that's one of the reasons why I went to grad school.
Yeah,
Because
and that's
Fresno
crazy
State,
because, you know, some people, that's what I was going to ask you. Like, a lot of actors, when they play, like, a crazy,
emotionally distraught.
emotionally
Mm-hmm.
distraught character, they take on that type of energy. So it's like, it's kind of
Yeah.
hard to shake that off because you have to be this character. You're
Right.
embodied in this character. So it's like,
Absolutely.
you have to be
You
it.
gotta be
So
there.
Yeah.
it's just like, do you take that on with you with your personal? It's kind how do you shake it off? How do you turn it on and off, basically?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, that is a learned practice. I'll tell you.
Because not a lot of people can do that. Sometimes they can just keep it on.
Traumatizing.
It's real, and I had a lot of that experience when I was in Fresno State.
Yeah.
Which made me want to go to grad school because I wanted to be able to have control over what was happening to myself after. Like I found myself playing other emotionally distraught people,
Right.
and after I would still have the residual effects of it. My mind would be in a dark place. I would be thinking dark thoughts, thinking like stuff that I don't need to be at. My emotions would be high. There was a scene for one play where I had to drag the woman off stage, and she's like crying and screaming and yelling and everything, and like every night I got off stage, like I would have to I would be crying. I would like go into a ball in the corner. I mean,
Really?
it was crazy.
Wow.
So I had to learn that.
Yeah.
And it's a process of stepping out. It pretty much consists of me putting my hands on something still, standing still, reconnecting to my breath, my body, literally going through who am I, what's my name, how old am I, where am I at, what day is it, what's happening, what do I see, what do I see right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally bring myself back to this moment,
Wow.
back to the moment where I'm at, and but it's a practice.
Yeah.
It's a practice though.
And then not everyone can do that, so that's amazing that you've taught yourself and that you could call yourself out on it. 'Cause
Yeah.
a lot of people can't do that.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can call yourself on it makes you even more amazing actor, you know?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
and you also were on Runaways on Hulu.
Runaways on Hulu.
Which is crazy because I hit you up. I saw my brother. He was watching the show, and I'm looking at the show, and I'm like, Quinn, that's my homeboy Myles. And he was like, oh, Tamara, that ain't your friend. You ain't got no friends on Hulu.
You don't know nobody on Hulu.
I was like,
You don't know.
I was like, oh my God, that's my friend Myles. And he was like, you don't know him? I said, Quinn, like, I know him. I went to school with him. That's my homeboy. Like, I can hit him up right now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's my
Like,
homie.
yeah.
And he was like, really? Sorry. He was like, really? And I was like, yeah, that's my homie. I pulled up my Instagram. I did all that shit. I was like, let me see. Let me show him. I showed my brother. He was like, wow,
Yeah.
you really weren't lying.
Hell yeah.
Like, how was that experience?
That was amazing. That was an amazing experience. It was Marvel. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I was playing a Marvel
Shout
villain.
out to Marvel.
Cool, shout
right?
out to Marvel. You feel
Rest
me?
in peace, Stanley.
They got
Marvel love us right now.
Right? They just loving us,
So
and we
that
love
way,
it.
that's right.
Black History Month, I'm kicking it off. All right.
Hey, one thing. Once black people find something we like, we support it.
Okay, we
We do.
do.
All
We
right?
really
We
do.
support it.
Yes,
And dominated.
You feel me? Come on.
Yeah.
But that experience was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
It was the longest thing I've been on. I was on 4 episodes of it. So I had like a nice character arc. I was really involved. I was making stuff happen. The cast of people, like the series regular cast, they were all great. Everybody working on the set was really great, and it was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
I did some of my own stunts. I got to rappel from the ceiling,
Wow.
like 30 feet down to the ground.
Wait, you didn't have no stunt doubles?
I did.
Oh.
I did some of my stunts. Let me tell you something.
Hey, were you sore? Were you sore?
Wasn't
Oh,
fully
no, I
taken
wasn't
time.
too so. You know, I work out.
Yeah. Hey, me and Myles used to work out back in college.
Yeah. Come on, we had some moments of like, let's go to the gym.
Start out as an athlete. You never forget.
That's what I'm saying, dog. And I was
Muscle
like,
memory.
yeah, man. And also, when I started acting, I was like, I want a 6-pack. So
Myles, you already have one. What are you talking about?
no. When I started
That acting
acting,
six-pack.
look, you feel me?
It's a different six-pack.
The one that looks like it's airbrushed
The
on.
one that you can see even in the picture.
You can see through the shirt.
That's
everything.
300. The movie The 300. That's the kind of six
And
pack.
when you talk about that's next level. Those through the shirt abs.
Yeah.
You want an eight?
Next level. Those through the shirt abs.
Yeah.
You want an
That's
eight-pack.
that. Yeah.
You
I want
my
an 8-pack.
God.
In college, I had a moment of 8-pack.
Just a
In
moment.
college.
A moment.
It was a
of-
moment. It was a moment. It was about for maybe like 2 or 3 weeks where I had like an 8-pack. It was a great moment for me.
Feeling good that
I
couple
was
weeks.
feeling good those 2 weeks, bro. I'm telling you that right now. I'll tell you right now. But no, it was dope. Did some of my own stunts. Got to just be a villain in Marvel. I couldn't ask for anything better. It's
That's
great.
really, really dope.
Hell yeah.
So I know, being an actor, being in the entertainment business, there comes a time with trial and error. Where is the time where you just felt like you completely lost it, and how did you bring yourself back?
Oh man, it's wild. I have those moments more often than not.
Yeah.
Actually, because the thing about acting is that everybody sees your successes when they come, but nobody sees your failures, right? So,
Facts.
let's say in these past 2 years, year and a half since I've been back, I've been on over 100 auditions. I've gotten 4 yeses, right?
Wow.
4
And see,
yeses.
people don't even realize that because it's like, oh, you on TV, but
Yep.
how did I get there?
How did I
That's
get
the
there?
thing.
We didn't see all them
You can
numbers.
go on thousands
Exactly.
and thousands of interviews and, do so many different casting calls, but get just one.
Just one.
And it really just takes that one, to be honest.
It does take that one, but realize that even for those people that are on shows that have been going on for 10 seasons, 13
Yeah.
seasons, there will be a time when it ends,
Yeah.
and so every job has an end date. I mean, it's not like a regular job where like you get it and you're there and
Yeah.
you only you only get fired if something messes up.
Yeah.
This type of thing was like, well, no, we're only contracted for 1 season, or
Yeah.
this is a movie, so once the movie's done, you're done, or
Yeah.
The
you
network
get,
went a different way.
bro, think about this, getting killed off a series.
Oh man.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Look,
Hey, in Power, when what's her name got killed off, everyone basically got killed off in Power. But I was just like,
Yeah.
so what's gonna
you
happen
feel?
now?
But for me, I'm like, damn, my sister unemployed.
Right.
You get
Man.
Yeah. That's
so
we'll think about it like that.
Didn't think
Oh,
about it like
shit.
that.
So that's for me. That's how it's changed for me on how I view it. When
Yeah.
people get killed off shows, I automatically like, damn,
Paycheck got
no
killed.
paycheck.
Do
I
you-
hope they get residuals.
Do you work to keep yourself in different levels of acting so that, because you have some people that last like 13
Yeah.
seasons and
Yeah.
then they don't get rehired because people only see them like your
As
name could be
that
Joe
person.
and like I only see you as Chuck off
Yeah.
of this series.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Mhm. That's hard. I mean, look, first, you want to get in first, right? You just want to get in. So getting in is hard enough. Once you get in, they will try to box you. It's just the eventuality of what it is, because when you get one job, that's the footage that your agents and managers are pitching to people to get you in other rooms.
Right.
And if it's you've only been playing gangsters, or if you've only been playing doctors, or only
Yeah.
been playing lawyers, they only see you as
Put you
that.
in that box.
Yeah, you feel me? So like, I know personally what I've done for myself. I really started writing and curating my own work,
Nice.
Hard.
so
That's
that
dope.
I can kind of have somewhat of a say, as
Right.
much as possible,
Mhm.
in how I'm viewed,
Yeah.
and like in what people think I can do. So
Yeah.
because I've already done every type of character on stage.
Yeah.
And I've done from Shakespeare to a gangster, you know what I'm saying?
I
Everything.
know,
So like
yeah.
at this point now, so I'm starting to take some of those tools and like film myself doing that. So even when I am established and become more established, people can go back and be like, yeah, but I didn't know he did this, boo. I didn't know you write your own stuff. I didn't know you did Shakespeare. Boo, boo."
Yeah.
So
Smart.
I'm trying to like
So
control it as much as possible.
yeah, so you're all about just starting your own stuff, and producing
You
your own
have to
stuff.
be.
You
or
have
you will
to.
go crazy, homie.
Yeah,
You
you
will go
will.
crazy.
Continue
'cause,
to
like-
fire you.
You know,
If they will continue to control it if you
Yeah.
don't do something yourself.
Exactly.
And,
Yeah, I
and
understand.
and with this acting joint, it's just really it's a waiting game. You know,
Mhm.
if you can only like, there are certain rooms you don't have access to unless it's through your agent and manager. So it's like
Yeah.
you're waiting to get those certain opportunities. So if you don't want to just be twiddling your thumbs in the corner crying to yourself,
Yeah.
you need to either create your own work,
Exactly.
find a hobby that you enjoy, or
Right.
just just live your life and be happy without needing the gratification of being on set.
Is there a limit? Is there anything that you won't do when it comes to acting? Like
There are some things I wouldn't.
What is
personally
something
do.
that you wouldn't do,
Yeah.
Myles?
So it's funny, right? Like right now at this point in my it's in the beginning of my career. I don't necessarily want to do anything sexual.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I ask you one question about that?
Yeah.
When they do sex scenes, do they have stuff on?
Some people do. Some people have sex.
Yeah.
Shut up! They really have sex?
Some.
Like in Power. No. Because like in Power, I'd be like, damn, are y'all really doing it?
Look.
Monsters balls and everything.
I cannot personally. I have read articles. I have read stories on like where like okay, like there was this movie for instance, right, and like the girl was supposed to give the dude fellatio, and
the proper
fellatio, fellatio,
and she said that she didn't. They didn't want to fake it. They wanted to fellate for real, so they fellaced.
Wow.
You feel me? And listen.
No, I feel it because to make it even more real, I guess you want the people to believe it, right?
I mean, that's real.
That's all about acting.
That's as real.
I know, but I'm saying like you want the viewers to really feel that, so I guess you got to go take it home.
And I mean, for me, it's just like I just like I'm cool right now.
Yeah,
right.
I'm just cool right now. I'm cool.
Yeah,
I'm not really trying to be too over sexualized. Just
that's good.
Right now.
That's really good.
That's kind of where I'm at with
Smart
it.
move.
You don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, and maybe I don't want to play like no demon or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
yet.
like just little stuff.
Just little stuff.
Hopefully on.
No.
Just little stuff.
Yeah.
Just little stuff. But you know, it's like it's hard to have integrity because it's like at the end of the day you want to work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's like, what if the only part you get is
that
stripper number 2?
Yeah.
Well, nigga, damn. You know, it's like, so, I don't know, but for me, I'm trying to have as much integrity as possible.
Yeah.
I've turned down
Smart.
things because I didn't necessarily like to do it, but
I respect that.
Yeah.
But you know,
do you think there's more opportunity out here right now, especially with like black just film and just like it's like a big thing right now? Like,
it's huge, man.
It's huge.
I mean, I think there is. I think there's so many ways of viewing content. I mean, look, Apple is starting their own network.
Yeah, I see it.
AT-
Netflix is tripping.
AT&T is starting
That
their own
$2
network.
increase?
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's so many networks, there's so many streams,
Yeah.
there's so many. You can just do it for any.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, there are opportunities out there. There's
True.
hella opportunities out there. I mean, then the question comes down to it, but are those opportunities you want?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
good.
Yeah,
Because
that's
like
true, too.
a lot of people, look, man, most people in LA. Look,
Be honest.
I'm
This is real. We talking that talk. It's real. We speak facts.
All facts, no fake news.
No fakeness.
I remember I came out here. I might have been out here for like 4 or 5 months, and I was talking to some dude that said he was an actor out here, and I was like, yeah, man. And he was at, you know, we're just talking about our journey so far, and he's like, yeah, I've done predominantly like background and stuff like that. Like, okay, that's cool, man. You gotta start somewhere. And then he asked me, I was like, yeah, actually, I just got done getting my master's. And he was like, in what? It's like in acting. I got my master's of fine arts in acting. Like, I didn't even know they had that. Okay, so then at that moment,
Yeah.
I said, something snapped. I said, okay, brother, well, one, you in a different place, homie. Even though I'm from here, I was like, I'm in a different place.
Yeah.
But most people that call themselves actors in LA, I want to say like 85%, they really just want a moment. They don't really want a career. And I want a career.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that because a lot of people do just want their 15 minutes of fame and then that's it. That's all they want. But yeah, you want a career.
I want a career.
You want something to pass down. You want a legacy. You want to be known.
You feel
so
me?
I feel that. And you should have all the right to feel that way.
Exactly. And that's what I want to do. And I'm on the path to do that.
And I'm excited for you. I'm really excited. And before we wrap this up, what is like some advice that you can give to up and coming artists or someone that's like just moved to LA to be an actor? What is some advice that you can give them and help them make it through?
I would say one, this is one of the hardest professions to do. That it's great when it's great, but outside there's no in between. There's no like, it's all right. It's either good or bad.
Yeah.
So I would say that you really have to love it.
Yeah.
One, you would have to know, like, actually really look at yourself and be honest with yourself and actually be honest and be honest with yourself as far as your capability. Are you actually capable? Is this just a pipe dream? Do you actually have the talent? Look, I don't.
That's real.
Look, and I don't like bashing people's dreams down at all.
Yeah,
like,
but you gotta ask yourself those questions.
But you have to ask yourself these questions, and you need to be honest, and you need to surround yourself with people that are going to be honest with you.
With it.
You know what I'm saying? So like, reason why I was able to trust people telling me I was good is because I trusted those people's opinions. Because I've seen them tell somebody else that they were bad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I knew that they were going to tell me if I was bad or not.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to have those people around you. And
Exactly.
and I would also say don't hold on to it so tight. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be a dream, but you need to turn it into a goal. So you make it real. Dreams tend to be lost in fantasy. Make that thing real, and then
Heard it. Word.
don't look for shortcuts.
No shortcuts.
No
We know this, Myles.
No shortcuts.
No way.
Yes.
Like I have been in the trenches for 5 years when nobody seen me. I was in North Carolina for 3 years in an incubator. Nobody knew what was happening over there. Nobody saw me.
Yeah.
But it's like you got to do that work behind the scenes so that when you get in front of the camera, you know what's about to happen.
Yeah, you know what you're doing.
Off. So I would just say don't be presumptuous and be real. And don't look for shortcuts. Put in the work.
I heard that. That's a word. That's
we
a word.
have to know who's
Yes.
your dream person to work with in the acting industry.
Oh yes. Yes.
Okay.
You're like.
Okay.
Can I guess?
You can guess.
Let me
Sure,
see. Kevin Hart.
No. hey. But hold on.
That's not a bad move, though. Kevin
I was like,
let me tell you
hey, he's
something.
popping right now. He got like 10 films right now.
I'm in a movie with Kevin Hart. I know I did something
Yeah,
right.
you did.
Facts on
You
facts.
did.
And also, I think, listen, I don't know, black community. I don't know why we so hard on Kevin Hart.
Come
Why
on.
y'all so
I don't know why we so hard on this man. I think my man is funny. Listen,
Hey,
I think he's
last
he's
I know
last
why
movie
we
I
so
just
hard
saw.
on him.
What
I
is
know
it?
why we so
Limit?
hard.
the upside.
Upside. Good.
Come on
He's
now.
funny. I think with Kevin, he's just not like the extremely hood funny that we look for like in Cat Williams and different people like
Right,
that. But
right.
he definitely still offers a laugh.
He's
for sure.
definitely family funny and all that stuff or whatever. I would have to say though, I have to. One, I want to be in a Quentin Tarantino movie. Two, I want to work opposite of Denzel Washington, Viola Davis, and Leonardo DiCaprio, Meryl Streep.
Come on.
Woo!
I gotta get
Yes,
opposite of
those
all
are
of
top
them.
tier right there.
And,
Yes.
And for my mom, she says she needs me to get with Cicely Tyson.
All right.
I heard that's auntie right
That's
there.
a crazy
Yes.
So you feel me? Let's get with Cicely. But I mean, and Lord, I need to get in a Ryan Coogler film.
Wow.
Yes. Speaking of,
Ryan
hey,
Coogler.
we are speaking that in.
Hey,
That's
for
gonna
real.
happen
Claim
on
it.
some real.
Hey, so
We
real
are
talk.
saying it
It's
first.
gonna
Talk
happen.
that
Real
talk.
talk. Yep.
Miles, you will.
Ryan
I believe in
Coogler
you.
film.
I
It's
feel
gonna
it.
happen.
Yes,
Come
I'm
on.
so excited about it,
Yeah.
and thank you for joining me on my podcast. I'm so
Oh,
excited.
man.
We finally got to meet and talk
For
up.
real, and I'm proud
Yes.
of you for this. This is an amazing thing. This is a beautiful thing.
Thank
So
you,
happy
thank
for
you.
Yeah,
And
thanks for having
give me
me.
all your socials. Where can they find you at?
Yeah,
All that stuff.
I am I'm on Instagram at Myles MYLES Bullock BULLOCK, and then on Twitter I don't know my name on Twitter.
Hey, just find him on
Hey, just find me on
Instagram.
Yeah. And then from there, if you want to be guided,
Right.
I will lead you to Twitter.
I will lead you.
I will lead you to Twitter. Amen.
Right.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, amen, hallelujah.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Myles, for
Thank you.
joining me on my podcast.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to follow me, I said if, no, you guys should follow me on all my social medias. You can follow me on my Instagram. It's Tamara Simone Live.
On my Twitter, it's Tamara Simone Live without the E because I couldn't fit it. It's too long.
Also,
And then you can also follow me on my YouTube channel on Lights Tamara Action. Make sure you guys subscribe to my podcast. I'm now on Spotify. Yes.
Spotify.
Yeah. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Apple Podcasts. It's that little purple thing on your phone if you have an iPhone. I'm on SoundCloud, so you guys make sure you guys just subscribe and support me. I thank you guys all for listening, and we out.
We
Bye.
out. Boom, boom, boom.